Welcome to this edition of Smoke and Chat. Tonight I'm going to be smoking a punch. It's a Punch Toro. It's actually a Maduro Toro. I've had a punch earlier, as not the Pita, just a regular punch, and it was good. Again, we're talking about months ago though. So I'm going to give this a shot. This is one of my 10 that I selected individuals from cigar.com, and so far I think my favorite is still the CAO Flathead 660, and yesterday's cigar, which was the Oliva Connecticut Reserve, I'll give that a runners up. So we'll see what this is. It's supposed to be a medium to full smoke, and if you want to buy this individually today, it's $6.30. A pack of 5 is $25, and a box of 25 is $119. Again, with the pack of 10 individuals that I bought, this is going to cost me, it cost me $4.60. And the sweat bees are out again today. I'm just a few feet away from where I was yesterday, and I'm just pointing towards the road. That's usually where the sunset happens, and if it goes down and has any colors, I'll be happy to show it to you. And about this Punch Pita, the wrapper, let's see here, the binder itself is going to be Connecticut broadleaf, and the filler is going to be Dominican Republic, Honduran, and Nicaraguan. It's from Cuban seeded tobacco grown in those countries. And the wrapper itself, it just depends what you have, and the one I have was a Maduro, but it's from Ecuador. It's a wrapper from Ecuador, tobacco from Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, and Honduras, and it's supposed to be medium to strong to full. The construction itself is well made, as to be expected. Punch is one of the better names in cigars. No soft spots, no spongy areas. And this is a 6.1 inch, and I believe it's a 50, just regular 50 ring gauge. I'll find out here. 50 ring gauge. So I want to stop the camera. I want to get this started, and we'll see what's going on. And immediately, what I really love about this cigar, the smoke. You know, I love the smoke output. I like a lot of smoke. This punch has a lot of smoke. And it sticks around too. Another good thing about this cigar is different than most of them. This has a complexity of flavors. It's more than just one or two flavors. This has a lot going for it. So they definitely tried to blend different tobaccos in this, and you can tell you definitely have a distinct taste. And again, I really like that. They put a lot of effort in this, in other words. A taste, and this is a description that I just don't hear from anybody, for any review. This is not really a review, I'm just smoking and chatting. But popcorn. This has a little bit of a taste of popcorn to it. You know, not the kind that you get in a bag, but you know, regular popcorn that you put on a stove and you got a whirligig or whatever that is, and you make your own popcorn. It has a little bit of that taste to it. So that's unique, I think. and the draw is effortless. It's just smooth. It does have a smooth taste to it. It's going to have a nice even burn, I can tell. I just bumped the ash earlier, and that was my fault. When you get older, you tend to get a little bit more clumsy, I've learned. And you can tell that this is towards the full. But again, the taste is not overpowering at all, nor is it offensive at all. And I think you're seeing my kitty just walk away over there. Actually, I think he watches over me more than I watch over him. He takes care of me. And tonight I really had the camera pointed this way so we can see a colorful sunset. But the clouds are covering up the sun as it's going down. So this preparation, this hoping to share a sunset with you as we chat, is all for nothing. It's okay. Sunsets come, sunsets go. We will get one. I just thought of this yesterday. It's something I've thought of in the past. When I was growing up, one of the few things that my dad and I bonded over was movies. My daddy passed away this past year, and I miss him very, very much. But when you can share something with your mom or your dad, and you're the only one who has that experience, it's a good memory. Back in the 70s, we had a lot of, shouldn't really say a whole lot, but we had drive-ins. And in our town, we had what's called the highway drive-in, or airway drive, I think it's highway drive-in, and also Bel Air. Bel Air is where they would show the more, I guess you can say, artistic movies of the day. And the highway drive-in is mostly your family type stuff, or your run-of-the-mill movies. And he would always take us, the kids and sometimes my mom, to go see the movies. And that's, as a family, that's just how we bonded, you know. And we went to see stuff like The Jerk with Steve Martin. I remember seeing Cheech and Chong with the family, and I got in trouble one night and they went to see King Kong with Jessica Lange back in 1976 or 7, one of those. And I cried because I did not want to go and I want to see that. But he and I, we did go to a few movies just ourselves. Occasionally he would be heading out solo. He'd want to go to the movies alone, with no kids, no nothing. I loved going to the drive-in. I would cry. And my mom, in all her great wisdom, would convince my dad to take me with him. These were not Disney movies. Yeah, now my dad, he became a Christian probably in the mid-80s, so this is before that, so just don't judge him or anything. Everybody has a past. But he and I, we would go out to the movies. I didn't know what was going on. Just knew I was going to see movies with my dad. And it's probably been the first time, I know it had been the first time, I'm sure I've seen magazines up to that point. But as far as movies, I've never seen movies with naked women before. So that was the first time. I'm not certain that it's a good thing to bring your young kids to go see naked women, but my dad did. You know, when there's nudity in the movie, he'd always tell me, don't tell your mom. And I never did. But being young, you know, they play 2 or 3 movies, and you're asleep by the time the first one's even done most of the time. And occasionally, you know, you remember plots and something that happened back then, the movies back then, you like to collect, I guess, because of the memory that you have of that with your father. At least for me, you know, that's the way that I bonded with my dad. And one movie I fully remember. Let's see how much time we got. We're good. Well, that I fully remember. It had at that time I did not know these actors, but it had Walter Matthau in it. It had Marlon Brando in it. It had James Coburn in it. It had, I think, John Astin in it. It had Ringo Starr in it. It had, who did it have? Sugar Ray Robinson, I think. Yeah, the boxer. And one of the most beautiful women that's ever walked this planet. Or Ewa Olin, I believe. Ewaulin. She was either Miss Sweden or Miss Teen Sweden at some point in her life. She's only 18 years old. And again, was it a great movie? No. But because of just the different characters in it and the different things in it that I remember, I do have that now on DVD. It's one of those, I guess you would call guilty pleasures. It's not a good movie, but you'll watch it a lot because it just brings back memories. I'm going to pause this, smoke a little bit more, then we'll see what's going on. I'm going to attempt to find on YouTube a preview of candy, and I will insert it into this smoking chat. I've never tried to do that type of stuff before, but I know it can be done. And I know about copyright, and I'm basically, you know, reviewing the movie. I'm saying it's worth seeing, or I've seen it and I like it. So I'm going to try to find it, download it, put it into this video. And also has Richard Burton in it. Now, he was great in this movie. And unfortunately, that's the only movie that I've seen with my dad, and we went a few times, that I remember. I remember Ringo Starr. I was a Beatles fan, and I remember his scene with that girl. I remember a doll and Richard Burton. So I remember that. So when I seen it again at a later time, either, you know, edited version on TV or what have you, I said, that's the movie I've seen, I remember that. So that's how I know it was candy. You know, it's definitely a period piece. Had good music. I mean, it's over the top acting. I hope I can find I'm sure there's a preview somewhere. It was a warm one today. It's going to get warmer. I'm off one more day, and tomorrow's Elvis Day. It's August the 16th. It's the day he died. I'm sure I'll have some stories about Elvis. So tomorrow will probably be my Elvis video. I got some stories I can tell. And again, if nobody watches these videos, or if 100,000 watch it, it don't matter. I'm just going to make my videos, chat a little bit, enjoy myself. And you can tell that this cigar is on the fuller end. It's definitely not medium, this is full. And my very first punch, remember, you want to slowly and gradually get to the point where you can handle full cigars, full strength cigars, because if they have a lot of nicotine, a lot of power to them, man, they can knock you on your butt and really get you sick and all. I'm doing good on this, but the first one, it was too strong. It would not be too strong now, but this is a pretty good cigar. I mean, if you are into punch, check out the Pita. And last night I did order, it's a pack, it's not going to come in a box, unfortunately, but it's going to be a pack of 20 everyday cigars. Again, it's from cigar.com. And I'm still looking for premiums that I'll probably buy in a couple weeks. You know, I was thinking about the 3 5-packs from Cigar International. I've never bought anything from them. Then you check that online. A lot of the stuff that I'd be interested in is sold out. So that went out the window. And I checked out JR cigars. Nothing there really interests me. I checked out Thompson cigars, trying to find something. I love cigar.com, but I'd like to give other companies a shot, you know, to see what they have. But right now, I mean, you know, nothing has captured me as much as cigar.com. What is, you know, talk about guilty pleasures. What is a guilty pleasure of yours? I mean, we all have other guilty, what I mean by guilty pleasure, a movie that you enjoy watching, it's not a good movie. It might have been panned by critics and you just know it's not very good. But for whatever reason, you like it. This next movie is not really a guilty pleasure, but it's one that it's not really a good, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie. Joe versus the Volcano with Tom Hanks. What I enjoy about that more than anything, it was the last movie that my grandma, my dad's mama, and I watched together. I think I stayed a night at her place. And she gets up early in the morning and I stayed up all night. And then early in the morning on cable, she had cable, there's Joe versus Volcano, we watched it together. And she would laugh. I remember her laughing. So that's what I like about that movie. It's not really a great movie. It's a so-so movie. But I remember my grandma laughing. And so those type of things, it just stick to you. You know, it just sticks to your head. Candy, not a great movie. And I spent the time with my dad. And I think people who know me in real life, you know, they say, well, you know, what went on there definitely explains a whole lot. And they're right. I loved the women's ever since, and too late to stop now. And there's a possibility of a Richmond shoot coming up. I have been contacted by an agency to see if I was interested in shooting that. I'm interested. So we'll see what happens with that. Right now, the model that I've seen and all this picture shared with me is going to be lingerie. You know, I'm always up for that, and she's a beautiful woman. I've never met her before, but if you know any women who are models or who would like to be models in this area, hit me up, let me know. We'll work something out. I mean, I've told you that before. The ash fell off this thing twice already, and still has a pretty good ash right now. You know, I bumped it in this way. It fell off twice. I got a gray t-shirt now. It's not black, it's gray. The kitty's next to me. The bugs are out. The birds have found their trees that's going to sleep in tonight. I'm looking at little Graceland. Remember from the last video? It's right there. Next to me is a big pile of brush, trees, branches. It's been partially burned. It needs to be fully burned. And I'd say it's within less than 5 feet next to me to my right. Camera left. But I'm going to close down for the night. Maybe 3 or 4 more puffs, and I will save the band, and I'll toss it in with the trees. Punch Pita, I do recommend it. Still, though, my favorite of the 10 so far is the CAO. Flathead 660 carb, and runners up Oliva Connecticut Reserve. So that's definitely 2 extremes, a full cigar down to a light cigar. So this is Amish Elvis. Always remember, I do love you, and thank you very much.
I believe in those who are free enough to give.
Ah, yes, to give. But what?
To give myself.
But to what?
To whatever needs me.
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
Depravity.
I don't know what that means.
Indecency.
In and out.
Tell it like it is, baby.
I celebrate the virtue, the beauty, the wonder
Of my fractured spleens, old, lymph-drained, liquid lust.
Gosh, isn't the half of it. Strip down. Slip out of your things. We must find that place, right out, which we call the center of all breath.
My lungs?
Oh, no, it is not that simple. But now, could it be here? No, I do not think so. Perhaps it is here.
No, it seems to me it couldn't be there.
I think it is. So soon. We found it so soon.
By God, what kind of people are you?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Lie down.
Well, all right.
We're going in all the way.
My God. If that doesn't make you proud to be an American.
I beg your pardon.
What I'm saying, mister, is...
Bend forward slowly.
Aren't you even going to tell me your name?
R.A. Smythe, Brigadier General, United States Special Reconnaissance Tactical Paratroop Command. Spec Rec Tac Paracom. Now let's talk turkey. Some of us haven't had time for the nice, soft, easy life. You understand? Some of us haven't had much dolce in our vidas.
How can I help?
Give me one little...
This man wet his pants.
I don't care about that.
What?
I need you now.
Not well. He'll give himself.
Yes, now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, 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 now. Revolution! Viva Zapata!
Well, you don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? Well, close your eyes, girl. Look inside, girl. Let the sound take you away.
Good grief, it's
Candy.
It is a holy name.
Candy. Is Candy faithful?
Only to the book.